Welcome to Cardiac Yoga. My name is Sonja, and I'm here with WomenHeart. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. Allow your feet to be grounded on the earth or even on a little elevation so that it's comfortable to feel your feet steady and even. We'll take a moment to either have a soft and gentle gaze towards the earth, or you can close your eyes fully. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, we'll take a nice, generous breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And once more, deep, full inhalation and exhale. Then let's breathe comfortably in and out through the nose. Let's place the left hand to the heart center region and the right hand to the belly. We're going to sit tall, allowing the crown of the head to lift upward. And then gently take the weight of the body towards your hands, as if you're almost holding yourself up. Let your tailbone relax. See what it is to let the legs and hips relax. Take a good breath in. And then let's ride ourselves. So let's bring the shoulders right over the central line of the body. Breathing a full and comfortable breath in and out through the nose. Let's inhale and exhale. Now, keeping the hands in this position, I'm going to offer up today that we explore the idea of gratitude as a practice. I'd like you to just think of one thing today, one specific thing today, a moment, an experience, a connection that you're grateful for. And again, we'll take a full breath in and a release on the exhale. Relax your hands to your legs. Again, keeping the gaze either closed or just a soft, easy gaze with the eyes. And I'd like you to feel from the toes to the heel of each foot and just have the experience of feeling your feet connected to the earth. Now press the toes a little bit into the earth and then let them relax. Now lift your toes upward so you're stretching through the webbing of your toes and then let them release. Now press into the middle of each heel of the foot and then let that relax. And then gently lift the heels off the earth and then do allow them to release down again. Let's flutter open our eye gaze. Gently now, we're going to take the weight distributions just slightly forward. Elbows can even come back as they counter. And then as you exhale, we're going to round the back like an angry cat. So on the inhale, we'll lean gently forward, leading through the heart region. As we exhale, we'll round like keep the breath even and steady as we lean forward. And as we exhale, the breath is smooth and steady. Breathing comfortable and even breath. The eye gaze can be relaxed as we start to take our attention internally, just observing the sensations in the physical body today, maybe even observing the mental space, how we are. And then we're going to just find our center space again, sitting really tall, nice and long. The spine is awake. And we're just going to elevate through one arm and just stretch upward and allow that to release. It's also fine to come into a smaller range of motion or a subtler range of motion. Good. And we're going to find that extension and release that's working for us. Let's do 2 more of those, breathing in and breathing out. And again, just extending, waking up the spine and releasing. To the other side now, we'll just find that arc of movement that's feeling good in our arm and our shoulder. Also just observing, right, if the range of motion wants to be different, that's fine. Noticing that the breath can inform the movement. In fact, the breath can almost lead the movement. Let's do 2 more of those on this side, breathing in and breathing out, beautiful. And once more, fluid, simple, even, steady breath. Great, and now we'll do both at once. So we'll inhale, lift up, exhale, and release. Again, inhale, like the rising sun. Exhale, like a gentle sunset. Inhale, elevating. Exhale, finding steadiness and release. Once more, inhale and exhale. Beautiful, beautiful work. Let your hands rest. And now gently let your hips go side to side. Just lifting one and then the other, easy. And then we're actually going to take the hips in a circle. This can be a very subtle little movement, like a ripple in the ocean, or it can be a larger wave of a movement. See what's working for you. Just notice how the back can just feel a little bit of a massage almost in this movement. And then we're going to change direction. Again, sometimes we start a little smaller, just tapping into what feels good, noticing and articulating how the hips can move, how that influences the waist and the ribs. Perhaps taking it to a larger movement if that's working. Just noticing what's right in the body. And then we are going to find our center again. Good. All right. So this time we're going to elevate through one arm, but we're going to come into the side stretch a bit. So we're going to lift up through the side body. It's great to take the hand to the heart region also, just to elevate and find that stretch through the side body. We can stabilize on the chair perhaps. And some of us may enjoy taking it over the ear, or even gazing at the palm. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll breathe in, lift up, see how long the waist is, and let that relax. Coming to the other side, we notice this side stretch that's possible. We'll start to extend, perhaps taking the hand to the heart region, stabilizing, extending and finding the space and breathing fully, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, and inhaling and exhaling. Notice how long you can be and let that release. Great. All right. So we're going to find a rotation or a twist. Now this can be done with taking one hand to the opposite knee and looking over the shoulder, or perhaps you might twist in your chair or support under you and take a hold of the back of the chair even. We'll take a breath in and then follow the gaze over your shoulder. Now relax and find a stillness in your legs and in your hips, and notice if you can lift and lengthen through the middle spine and find a full spiral in your upper spine as you look over the shoulder with curiosity. And we'll breathe here, nourishing the whole length of the body. We'll take a breath in and then exhale and release and unravel and untether any stress or tension in the spine there. Good. All right, we'll come back through the center and we'll let our hips go side to side, maybe even the knees go side to side a little bit here. And we will come again into a grounded, stable or mountain pose, feeling the toes to the heels of each foot, steady and even. We'll come in the other direction. This could be a hand to the knee and a looking over the shoulder, right? Or we can swivel in the chair, if that feels good, if we do that on the other side, and even just ground ourselves a bit with the chair. We'll inhale, and then exhale, look over the shoulder, letting the hips and legs feel grounded, letting the belly actually relax. Put your energy instead right between the shoulder blades. Notice how you can spiral in the upper back region, breathing all the while, feeling this invigoration as we rotate and keep our gaze over the shoulder. And we'll take a good breath in, and then exhale and unravel and untether and release. Alrighty, so I'm just going to move my chair back because I'll need a little extra room. We are going to come into a bit more of the active practice here. Remembering, and at any point in the work you need to stop and rest, observe, that's all good. Also, if you need a drink of water, that's fine. All right, so we're sitting towards the edge of our seat. All right, and remember the chair pose, right, that we've been working on in this series. We'll have the feet directly under the knees for the most support, but to challenge ourselves, we could actually move our heels a little closer in, all right? So just notice what feels like a good solid base under you. We're going to sit tall, and today we're going to take our hands to our lower abdominal region, and I want you to first just relax your belly. Just relax your belly, all right? Lift your shoulders to your ears for a moment, inhale, and then exhale, lift the ribs towards your shoulders, but then drop the shoulders down. Breathe in fully. Notice that the waist is long. Now I'd like you to lean back and notice how the lower belly muscles have to engage slightly. Let your tailbone drop towards the earth and feel how those low belly muscles are active. Keep breathing all the while. We're going to lengthen forward, but keep those belly muscles nice and active. And we're going to extend the arms out in front of us. And then we're going to lift our seat off the chair and balance. Breathing here. We might even take our arms out like wings today. We're breathing, breathing. Inhale, exhale, twice more. Inhale, exhale, once more. Inhale, exhale. Now mindful movement. We'll sweep those arms forward and gently sit back in the chair and release. Good. So it really works the legs quite a bit. Remember, you breathe the whole time. It's always fine to stop and then join in again, right? Good work. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg and we're going to extend. We're going to extend the leg. It's actually all right if the heel is resting on the floor, okay? You're going to take the ankle in a circle. And as you're circling through the ankle, I want you to articulate all the movement in the foot, right? And maybe even feel the space between the toes. We're going to take it in the opposite direction, giving just as much care in this direction, noticing all of the movement possible in your ankle and your foot and even in your toes. That's it. A few more of those. Really nice, really nice. And then we're going to flex the toes to the sky and exhale and release the leg. Good. Let that leg go side to side a little bit and let it relax. Good job. Alrighty. So we are going to take this leg and cross it up and over, right? Like we're sitting in a chair. If that feels a little intense today, we can cross at our ankles as well. That's a nice manifestation. If we're crossing the one leg, we're going to work a little bit on our eagle pose, right? Which we've done in the past. And to intensify, you would draw that bottom foot in slightly. And you might even nestle that top leg in a little bit further so that the outer top right foot is hugging against the left knee. So that is something that can also happen. We're allowing the hips to be pretty active. It's like you're giving yourself a hug with your legs, but the sit bones are dropping down. And we do want both hips. You're probably already feeling the muscles work, right? Both hips dropping down. And we're going to activate those low belly muscles again. So we might take our hands there, just remind ourselves by leaning back, feeling that engagement in the muscles. We're going to keep that engagement as we come right up and down, so the top of the head is coming towards the sky, and then we're going to extend the arms. We'll be taking the left arm over the right, hugging ourselves again here. Let the tailbone drop down, your belly muscles are working, you're squeezing your legs all the while. And now we might also play with taking the hands into an intertwined position. Now this takes time and sometimes years of practice before that happens, all right? And we're going to lift those elbows. This is our eagle pose, or Gorandasana. Drop both hips towards the chair. Squeeze and hug those legs together. Breathing. Now you can hug those arms together as well. Nourishing the joints of the body. We breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lift up. Inhale, fly away with the arms, and release the legs. Good job. Let the hips go side to side. Good work. All righty, we're going to come through the center again for our chair pose. Extend through the arms. Inhale, engage the belly muscles. Exhale, lift off the seat, or maybe we're just hovering. Elevate those arms out. Inhale, exhale like wings. Inhale, exhale, and once more. Inhale and exhale. Now take those arms through and then gently, mindfully have a seat and release. Good work. Great, you should probably feel a little bit of warmth in those leg muscles, right? We're going to come to the other side, so we're going to extend the left leg, and we do want to, again, feel that engagement in the foot as we start to take the ankle in a circle. It's perfectly fine to help that leg, or maybe it's just levitating up. Notice the full range of motion of your foot and your ankle. That's it, great, great, articulating. And then the other direction, around and around and around, feeling that full range of motion possible in the ankle and the foot. Round and round and round. Very, very good. And then we're going to flex the foot, lift, lift, and let that release. Great. All right. So we are going to sit tall and come to the other side for our eagle. Remembering we can cross at the ankle, now with the left over the right, or we might help that left leg over, like we're sitting in a chair. We can also intensify by bringing both feet in a little bit and hugging that top leg and foot right up against the bottom leg. It is important that we're grounded through both hips equally towards the earth. And then we're going to engage the low belly, sit tall, lengthen through the spine. Feel that engagement of the legs. They're working, all right? They're definitely at the party. They're definitely active and awake. So keep working those legs. Extend, extend. We're going to take the right arm over the left, all right? It's okay to round the back to find that length in the middle back as well. And then we'll lift up through the elbows. And some of us may choose to intertwine the arms here. And coming lightly forward, feel the belly muscles, feel the legs. Sit bones are dropping towards the earth as we breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, flying away. And exhale and release those legs, right? And release. So there's so much you can actually do for toning the muscles, for creating a nice, healthy cardiovascular type of exercise right here in a chair, right? These things are pretty simple, and we can do this on our own, right? Creating some activity and exercise in the middle of our day. Okay, so I'd love to come to the balance posture of tree. We've been working on this one as well, right? So we're going to come to the side of the chair. And maybe today we go a little further away. We can just experiment with that. And we'll take one leg either into the low leg or even into the upper leg. All right, the knee goes out to the side and we find our weight distribution over the sole of that foot. Now the standing leg, we want to feel the toes to the heel and then we're right over the arch. Taking one hand to the heart space, have a clear gaze in front of you. Make sure you keep breathing. We don't want to hold the breath. We just let it be full and even. And then we might experiment with both hands. Some of us may also enjoy stretching the arms. Good. Wow. And then take the hands to the heart space again. Mindful movement. Release and release. Really nice work. I saw some beautiful trees there. That's really lovely. We'll come to the other side. So of course you could also use a wall, a table, something to lean on, right? We'll take the opposite leg. Sometimes one leg needs something slightly different than the other, and we love it all the time anyway, right? And that's okay. So we can always modify on one side if we need. All right, have a clear gazing point. Feel the standing leg toe to the heel, and you're right over the arch of your foot, right? Give a clear gaze point. You're breathing. Mindfully, we start to release. Wow, very good. Somebody there all day. I see that. All right, and we'll release, and we'll release. All right, so we're actually going to sit down again. We're going to do a little bit more of a sequence in the chair. All right. So we're going to come into our warrior series. We're going to take the right knee out to the side and extend the left leg comfortably behind us. To challenge yourself, you can sit just right on the edge of your chair there. All right. We can take the arms down at any point if we need to. We'll look over our right shoulder today and take the left hand to the heart. As we look over the right shoulder, we lift through the crown of the head, and we just have a sense of purpose in our gaze. We're going to extend through the right arm, breathing here, and then perhaps through the left as well. Warrior two pose. Breathing here. We're going to come into the peaceful warrior. So inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, we're going to come into the extended angle with the top arm over. So inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, extended angle. And once more, inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, extended angle. And then we'll come back to the warrior two. And both hands to the heart. Gently release, and we'll come through the center. Work. Let your knees go side to side, a little windshield wiper. And we'll go to the other side. So the left leg is bent, left knee is bent, right leg is extending to a point that feels comfortable and steady. Hands can be even on both legs at any point in the practice. Let's look over the right shoulder. Sitting nice and tall, take the right hand to the heart and then extend through the left arm. And again, the warrior pose is symbolic of having great willpower and steadiness and strength, resilience and purpose. Breathing here fully. You may also choose to extend through the right arm. We're going to come into our sequence. So finding the peaceful warrior will elevate and lift through the side of the body. And then on the exhale, connecting heaven and earth. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, your foot is on the earth, your hand is going towards the heavens. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll come back to the warrior two. Hands to the heart. And release. Okay, we're going to finish with our goddess pose. All right, so we're going to take the feet slightly out and to the sides, about 45 degrees with our feet. To challenge ourselves, we can sit right on the edge there of the chair. And we're going to lift onto the balls of the feet. So we feel our heels lifting. Then we're just going to drop the right heel and lift it up. And then the left heel and lift it up. So the right heel and elevate and left heel. And elevate once more like that, and elevate, and elevate. Now keep yourself lifted so both heels of the feet are elevated, and we're going to extend the arms, and this time we're going to take the forefingers and thumbs together, and we're just going to bring the hands in, touch the shoulders, and then out. All right, so we inhale, bring them in, exhale, extend, and once more, inhale, bring them in, exhale, extend, and then we'll just relax the forearms on the legs and drop the heels down. Take a moment to breathe in and out through the nose comfortably and fully, feeling your strength. This is a beautiful place to stay. If you'd like a little more intensity, we can take the hands to the heart space, move those elbows wide, and we might come up and off the chair and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently sit back down in the chair and release and release. Very, very good work. All righty, we got a little more into a lot of strengthening work today, especially in our lower body. All right, so we did do that twist earlier. We're going to just do a light version now. So we'll just take one hand to the knee, and we're just going to look over the shoulder. Breathing comfortably. And then center. And then the other way. Just looking over the shoulder, nice, easy, gentle twist. And then back through the center. All right, so I'm going to offer up that we actually do one or maybe even two more standing postures, all right, today. And then we'll get into our meditation and then our breathing work. All right, so I'm going to use the chair as support for a triangle pose. This also can be done next to a wall in case we do need the support. We're going to take our feet wider, kind of like a pyramid, like the body is a pyramid. The feet are wider than hip distance. And then we're going to turn the right toes towards your support. And your left toes can stay as they are, or they can even turn in about 45 degrees. We're going to take our hands to our hips, and we're just going to let our hips sway side to side for a moment, just a little bit. And then I want you to find your center. So feel the crown of the head is lifting right through the central line. And I want you to just feel the integrity of your feet on the earth and how the energy can lift through your legs to the top of your head. And then we're going to extend through the arms. Now we're going to reach for the chair or the wall and tuck the right hip gently and take the hand to support. And the top arm may lift all the way up, or it may rest on the hip. To challenge yourself, you can go further down, right? It's even okay to balance yourself on your leg and extend the top arm into the triangle shape. Eventually, it might feel good to even look up towards the palm of the hand. Breathing fully for 3, 2, and 1. Now it's all to take our hand to our waist, engage the low belly muscles, and then lift up. And then allow those hips to relax. All right, we're going to come to the other side. This is Utthita Trikonasana, or triangle pose. Really wonderful for not only stretching the majority of the back muscles, but also strengthening the core and the back muscles. So we have our feet, again, a little more than hip distance apart, so that we're like this big pyramid triangle shape first. And then we're going to turn the left toes towards our support. We're going to allow the right foot to either be in the 90 degrees or 45 degrees if that feels good. That tends to be a little more challenging. We can come to the hands on the waist for a moment and just let the hips kind of sway back and forth. And then you're going to find your center. So you want the top of your head coming right through the central line of your body. And then we'll extend the arms and reach and tuck the hip along. So that hand will drift down towards the support that's needed, and the opposite arm will start to extend. Again, we may choose to find the support in a place that feels right for us, and it's also great if that top arm is resting. That can work. I do want a nice long line from the top of the head to the tailbone, feeling the toes to the heels of each foot, and breathing all the while for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, release and release. And again, the hips can go side to side. You can totally sit down right now, or we might do one more, which is the down dog shape on the wall or the chair. In which case, we're going to face the chair, all right, or the wall, and we're going to take, if it's the wall, your hands will probably be about this height against the wall. If you're on the chair, lower down, and we're going to walk the feet back and let our hips go up and back as our head goes between our arms. So as your head goes between your armpits almost, you can lengthen the crown of the head away from your tailbone and find this long lengthened back, letting the legs feel vibrant and active, feeling the stretch. You might even bring your weight a little to the right and a little to the left. Keep breathing fully and comfortably. I'm going to also demo if we're in a little higher position, right? It might be in this shape as well. And sometimes we just need to adjust and see what's feeling best. So the stretch is to the back and the legs, and almost the entire body actually, the chest, whole full body, the arms, breathing comfortably. We'll take a nice full breath in, and then exhale and help yourself on up. Very good work. All right, so we're gonna come into our breath work and meditation now today. So if you need a little water, feel free to have it. Great job with that active stuff. We put a lot of pieces together from the work we've been doing with this series of classes. So congratulations. All right, so it should be a comfortable seat. You can sit further back in your chair, whatever is working. And we are going to come to a breath today that I know some of you know. It might look a little funny, but it's highly effective to helping calm the mind and actually to balance our breath. It's called alternate nostril breath. All right, and we're going to breathe through one nostril and then the other nostril. And I'm going to lead you through it. All right, if you have a deviated septum or a lot of clogged passageway there in one nostril and it's hard to really breathe through one, then just rest and listen to my cueing, all right? Because you don't have to have your hand to your nose for this to work, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one hand and we're gonna be using our ring finger and our thumb. All right, I'll be using my right thumb to my right nostril pad. So right above the nostril, if I press down, it stops the airflow gently, pretty easy. And then I'll be using my ring finger for my left nostril. These two fingers can rest here, right between the eyebrows, and it gives a little bit of a, just a little kind of tripod there to help you out. All right, just so you can see a little better today though, I'm gonna pull those in, but that can happen. So we can have that or this. I'm going to lead you through. We'll be closing one nostril and opening it, and then closing the other and opening it. We're going to try to keep our head right through the center. Sometimes I find when I'm doing this, my head kind of drops and my posture kind of curls. But we want to sit nice and tall, all right? So this brings mental clarity. So it really helps calm the mind and create focused mind. But it also helps us breathe more efficiently. And I think even just with a few rounds, you might feel that effect. All right, so we're going to take our hand and we're going to breathe through both nostrils. So we'll just take a breath in through both nostrils and a breath out through both nostrils. Now we're going to take our right thumb to our right nostril pad. So we'll be breathing through our left. Breathe in through your left. Now switch your fingers, breathe out through your right. Now breathe in through your right. Switch and breathe out for your left. Good, here we go. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. 2 more rounds. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch, breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switching, breathe out left. And then relax your hand and breathe through both nostrils. Maybe close the eyes. Breathe in and out through both nostrils. Now I'm going to challenge you. We're not going to use our hand. We're going to focus deeply. And we're going to try it without our hand. Breathe in left. Switch. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch. Breathe out left. Breathe in left. Switch. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Switch. Breathe out left. One more round. Breathe in left. Switch. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. And switch. Breathe out left. And relax. Breathe through both nostrils. Very nice. You can flutter open your eye gaze if the eyes were closed. So we're going to come to the meditation portion. So I highly recommend you come to a comfortable position. You can either lie down on the earth, on your couch, anywhere, or you can just sit back in your chair. You might want to make sure that your head is supported, however, so there's no tension in your neck and shoulders. We are going to do a little more breathing, the resonance breathing, as we move into the meditation practice. All right, so it's important to find a space in which you feel comfortable and supported. All right. At any point in the meditation practice, if you want to sit up or look around, that's perfectly fine too. All right, this is your time. So here we go. We're going to relax back. I want you to settle down. Either have a gentle, easy gaze, or do close your eyes fully. And we'll begin. Take a moment to experience the sensations in your physical body. I invite you to do so without judgment, and instead with a sense of care, honoring your physical body in this moment. Invite it to relax into the support underneath, relaxing the feet and legs, the hips and shoulders, and the back of the head. Observe internally the front of the body, soft and open and receiving. And observe the natural touch of your breath, perhaps experiencing the breath at your belly. Observing the breath at the back of the body, under your shoulder blades. Noticing those points of contact of the breath at the same time, the belly and the back. Be conscious of the breath at the collarbones, as well as the throat and the inner mouth and jaw. Notice the ebb and flow of your own breath. And listen to sounds in your own environment. See if you can hear the furthest sound possible. And then draw that deep care and attention inward with a sense of care. Let's begin to lengthen our breath, letting the breath originate in the energetic heart region. Letting it be one-pointed, we breathe in, nourishing full breath. And as we breathe out, we let it cascade like ripples in the water. We'll breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the breath continue to be smooth and even, washing over your body. In fact, observing that you at this moment could double your state of relaxation. And with a sense of great gratitude, I'd like you to draw your internal attention to the soles of your feet, being grateful for the toes, the muscles of the feet, and allow that wave of gratitude, like the breath, to move through the ankle joints, to the calves and shins, being grateful for the joints of your knees and all their experiences and history, being grateful for the legs strong under you, your inner legs and outer legs, your top and bottom of your legs. Feeling the sensation in your hips as you relax more deeply. Feeling a sense of gratitude as your body can relax the outer hips and back of the hips and front of the hips. How your belly can be soft. You may observe any sensations, and knowing that you can release and untether tensions. Relax the muscles along the right side of the spine. And relax the muscles along the left side of the spine. Observe your ability to relax the right shoulder now, and your left shoulder. Feeling the buoyancy and resilience in your chest. Feel your strength. Allow a cascade of release to move down your arms to the palms of your hands, the joints of your thumbs, and the joints of all the fingers and fingertips relax. Even the backs of the hands release. Consciously relax in the neck and throat. Relaxing the features of your face. Relax the space under the eyes and the space between the eyebrows. And even the very top of the head. Having a sense of gratitude for yourself fully, your resilience, your history, all that is you, unique and sacred and beautiful. Let the breath be light and wakeful. Perhaps keeping the eye gaze closed, just wiggle your fingers and toes. If you're in a reclining position, just gently gather in your limbs and roll to one side. And then we'll all come on up to a seated position. So we'll sit tall, taking our time. There's no hurry whatsoever. And then we can take the hands together in front of the heart space. In yoga, there's a word, bhakti, which is devotion. When we experience gratitude, we can experience devotion. Having a moment of gratitude and devotion to all that is precious and sacred in our lives, we can bow forward, sealing in the work. Namaste.